We're back at the project this morning, and we'd love to be up here on the deck putting on the subfloor, but right now there's a bunch of snow on the trusses, so we're gonna have to put that on pause. So what we're gonna do is get down here and try to get our French drain installed. The French drain needs to run all the way around the back of the basement, and ideally as low as possible, like below the footing even. But in a few places, there's some stuff holding us up, like this concrete that came from our blowout is kind of in the way. So these guys are doing some real muscle man work, busting it out with a sledge. All right, I shouldn't have asked, but I asked if they needed help, and now I'm roped into doing this crap too. Should have just walked away.
That's not you, bud.
No, that's not me. Love shoveling.
Watch your face.
Watch out.
Oh yeah, a couple more for the camera. That's good.
So the purpose of the French drain is if there's water pressure built up back here, it's to give it an outlet, like a way out from behind the foundation, instead of like putting a bunch of water pressure on the foundation.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way out. We've got this section busted out, and it's now lower than the footing, which is good. How are we looking around the rest of this thing?
I think
Let's check it out.
The rest is pretty good. I think all in here is good.
Okay. Yep. Little damp. We are definitely cold and wet back here, and it was like 20 degrees this morning. Winter just won't give up. Okay, so we're gonna go through there. Yep. Okay, so we'll pop out right there, and then we'll just go around this column. Yep, all the way out. Looks good. So we've got this thing mucked out now. Jamie and John are gonna get the gravel to us so we can put it over the pipe and over our filter fabric. Appreciate your help today, John. And he brought his own tractor. Look at that thing.
Sweat equity.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Baby.
Pretty awesome. Here's a look at this filter fabric. It's gonna keep mud and silt from getting inside of our perforated pipe. And it's 12 feet wide. That's just what we could get. So we're gonna go with a burrito style French drain where we wrap this silt fabric underneath and around the whole thing, gravel pipe and everything. Okay, 30 feet is our first section. We don't want to wrap this whole thing around the corner because we think it'll just wad up. So we're gonna cut like 2 foot extra each direction. So this is a nice heavy duty one here. If you just get like the landscape fabric from the box store that's for your garden beds, I don't really trust it. It's a lot thinner than this. This is so tough that it's hard to even cut with a pocket knife. And this thing is pretty sharp. Here we go. What I think we're gonna do is tape this to the wall to hold it in position till we get the other ingredients put in.
Good.
Yep. So here's one section ready to go for the other ingredients, the pipe and the gravel. Then we'll flip this down over all of it, wrapping it up like the burrito, cover it with dirt. Does this look right to you?
I don't know, it looks like a big old burrito to me.
Okay, that's what we're going
Put
for.
some meat lettuce in this thing.
On the other side of the house here, Jason and Ray are wrapping these concrete columns in bituthane or bituthane. We're never sure how to say this. It's a waterproofing membrane, and the inspector wanted them wrapped since they're attached to the wall. There's this other section right over here. They're gonna do the same thing. And it seems to be sticking even though it's cold out. I think it's because we have this primer on here. Jamie, question for you. Okay, we're good to here, but I'm thinking we should not try to follow all this and just go straight across to that corner. What do you think?
I don't think it would be too hard if we made one point-to-point curve and kind of hit that deepest part of the front entry and then kind of curve back out.
Okay, so we'll just tape a piece of fabric, corner, back,
Center,
corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we basically try to follow the contour, but we cannot make the pipe conform to the zigzag.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Okay, cool.
And so that's gonna be a trick. We gotta get this pipe through the hole
Right,
in our footing
right.
and see how that goes.
Oh! We got it this time. So this may sort of wrinkle this thing up on the bottom, but It is what it is.
You gonna go in there?
Yeah, just see if you may have to. Yeah. All right. See what happens here. It's gonna get wrinkly or wadded up somewhere. Okay, we've got this whole section ready with the felt. Jamie's working his way around the corner here. He's trying to get this dirt out of the way, I guess, so he can get his bucket over and start dropping gravel. I think we'll try to get 6 inches of gravel below the pipe, and then we'll put the pipe in and then put about a foot of gravel on top of the pipe and then burrito that thing. Woo! So it's kind of hard to dump really close to the wall because your bucket's going to hit the wall. So we're gonna hold right here, try to shove our perforated pipe through this pipe we have, the sleeve through our footing. Make sure we can do it before we get gravel in the way. Nice and wet. Ooh, this is the perfect length to get through it. So our sleeve did work really nicely here, went through. That was the one thing I was worried about, is whether we could make this pipe make the bend, and it did. So that's awesome. We've got the perforated pipe down this entire side. We've got it weighted so it stays as close to the foundation as we can get it, which is the best placement, I think.
Jamie and crew. Look at that.
Am I just part of your crew now?
That'll go.
What's up with that?
Is that Jamie in the club or?
That'll go great with my lunch there. Bag for me. How amazing. Bag for Ray. Oh, you get a bag.
Ray, don't get your hopes up.
Jay. Okay. Well, it turns out it's from Corby and Autumn Brassett. To the crew, Perkins brothers from Northern California. We like watching, learning, laughing on YouTube. Keep up the great work. Included something for each of you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, Corby and Autumn Brassett.
Got a bandana. I got a Carrylite hat,
Nice.
and I got a sea salt and cracked pepper steak bites.
Whoa.
Get off your hand, dude. You don't eat lunch.
Man, I thought you got snake bites.
Woo!
I think you got to take it out of the package.
No, I have it open. I'm trying to get it open. I ripped it off. My fingers are too cold to feel it. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Wow.
Snake bites.
Looks like Jamie got something a little extra in his package.
Ooh, look at that. Spiced sardines.
Could you eat those only at home, please?
Look, I got a whole pack of
Oh
them.
my
Look at
gosh.
this. Oh, yeah. Pretty beefy boys in there.
You're not going to eat that, are you?
Yeah, I got to get a fork.
Bro, I would puke right on you. I really don't want to take all the straps off it, because then we're just going to have this big flopping piece of hose.
Okay, God. So we're gonna take this and connect it to where that other piece ran out, which was right there. We almost made it the whole way. Huh. I mean, we only need like 20 feet of it if you don't want to cut the ties.
Bro, I already cut the ties. Oh yeah, now we're doing it. Oh yeah, now we're doing it.
So we're dumping gravel on top of the pipe now. It's gonna be loud. Woo! Holy cow. Using this sheet of the zip wall was a great idea. It was actually Jono's idea. Good job, Jono. You got an idea in again today. And it's getting the gravel out on top of the pipe. Otherwise, the gravel is wanting to like run under the pipe and lift the pipe up, which is not what we want. And it's also saving them a lot of shoveling, which I'm sure they're loving. Hey, do you guys have this under control enough for us to start the Advantech?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Just watch out for that big hole right there.
Yeah.
I got 8-penny ring shank nails right there in that bucket.
Air compressor?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. If you're going to start the subfloor, we have a few obstacles. You know, we got a missing part of the floor there. We can't start there. And the stairway is not done. We don't really have that defined. So I think we come 4 feet off of that longest wall that's connected to the stairs.
Okay.
Chalk a line, start there, come
that
this
way.
way. That buys us a lot of wide open space.
It does.
Maybe buy us a little bit of time to figure out the missing bits, and I can fix the trusses.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Here's our sheet goods. We're gonna be installing this Advantech X Factor. It's got the gold overlay, which is very similar to the overlay on the wall and the roof sheathing, that keeps it better, longer, and gives you a high-vis surface for marking on it. So we really like it. Let's slap it down. Actually, let's carry a bunch of it.
Can do, Jono.
We're gonna get going here by making some marks, snapping a nice straight line on this so that the first row is nice and straight. If it's not, the rest of the rows that clip into them or click together, they're gonna be crooked too. So this is a pretty important step. Oh man, there we go. That one. That was the worst crow's foot I made in my entire life. I didn't bring the chalk box. It's in my tool belt.
Oh man.
Pro tip is keep the chalk line high until you're ready to make a mark so you don't get a bunch of ghost marks on here. Okay? You like?
Yeah.
You want to get some glue under that? Your neck's doing that thing again.
Ray! Where's the glue?
Might want to get your neck checked. Keeps rolling around weird. What is this move? Do you even build houses? What's going on?
I do, but I don't have the practice of walking on these things.
Okay.
And then I get it in my head. And then I get
Okay.
shaky.
Well, do whatever you're comfortable with. Jamie wants lots of glue, Ray says, so I will make it happen. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, did you put it?
No, you didn't.
Come on, guy.
That first one's not far enough.
What am I lacking?
About 6 inches.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Now we can put it down. Oh, I need to split. Hang on. This one's a split. Got it. You know, it's been like 2 years since we've done a floor like this, and it feels like it. So with any subfloor, it's important to use a deformed fastener. So these are ring shank. You can tell the little grooves on it. That's a deformed fastener. A screw is a deformed fastener. But we're gonna use these because that's what we have. And with the glue that we're using, the Advantech glue, it really holds it well. This does a good job and it's fast. So what's your best tip for walking the trusses like you're doing?
I think it's just that I tell my brain that I'm not gonna fall all the way down the concrete. If I was to trip or slip or miss a step, I would just drop the board and catch myself before I fell all the way down. I'm not gonna fall and hit the concrete.
You just tell your brain that. It sounds so easy.
It is, you just tell your brain that. Isn't that what you do?
I don't know, I was asking you.
I tell my brain a lot of things.
I've been trying to tell my brain I like doing dishes for years. Still hasn't worked. Maybe I should have you tell my brain.
Well, I mean, nobody likes to do dishes. That's stupid.
Okay.
But you're gonna tell your brain that you're gonna do it and not complain about it. So I tell my daughter.
That's still a struggle.
Dude, I tell all my family, I was like, dude, you have 2 choices.
Oh, hang on, time out. It's Jason's psychiatry moment for today's video. Proceed.
You got 2 choices in life. You either do it and shut up, or don't do it.
And you're still married?
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, you either do it and don't complain, or don't do it. But don't do it and then complain about it. That's ridiculous. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, zip it and do it.
There you go, psychiatry moment with Jason.
Bro, that's
Take it or leave it. John said he's been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for
Yeah.
have a deck.
You got it. Well, it's more of a runway right now.
That's what it is.
You could just run full speed right off the end.
Launch planes.
We're gonna break from our build for just a second to talk about mental health, something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, want to sweep under the rug, pretend like it doesn't exist or it's not a thing. And a lot of us are lucky. We haven't dealt with childhood trauma or PTSD or a lot of other bad things where you would think, wow, I really need to go see a therapist. But actually, therapy is for anybody, for everybody, to help you live a better life. For instance, my wife, who is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, that's her job. She also goes and sees a therapist to make sure she's on top of her own mental health, on top of her own game. And I think a lot of us could benefit in that same way. So maybe you've got a tough decision you need to make and you don't know which way to go. Or maybe you need to set a boundary with a person that you have a relationship with and you don't know how to do it or how to go about it, or if you should. Talking to a therapist can help so much, getting that outside perspective, looking in on your situation when they're not a part of the situation can be immensely useful. And today's video sponsor, BetterHelp, makes getting therapy easier. Just take the quiz and you'll get matched with a therapist quickly, and then you can communicate however you're most comfortable. You can do phone, video, or text. You can switch therapists at any time for no extra cost if it's not the right fit for you. And over 6 million people have already gotten help through BetterHelp, and it has a 4.8 rating out of 5 on the App Store. If you're ready, just head to betterhelp.com/Perkins and you'll get 10% off your first month's therapy with our sponsor, BetterHelp. Therapy can be a meaningful space to reflect, grow, and create positive change in your life. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. We really appreciate it. Let's get back to work. Keep coming, keep coming. Hey, so pro tip, if you're using this Advantech subfloor adhesive, don't lay the sheet down too early before you bop it into position. It'll stick.
4 minutes, maybe it was sitting there.
Yeah.
And it almost didn't go in.
So for a lot of these, we're just putting the full board in place, and if it needs trimmed or cut or whatever, we're just doing that in place. Sometimes that's faster. Just get the board up here, shoot it down, then make a mark and cut it. So Jamie and the guys have all the gravel in on top of this perforated pipe. They have a couple of sections burritoed, meaning that they put the filter fabric over top of that. We're leaving this middle section open right now so that the inspector can see it tomorrow morning and make sure that we did everything right. So after that's done, we'll be able to flip this back and we'll be ready to backfill as soon as this subfloor gets put down. Setting up for battle? What are you doing?
It's my sawing bench. Somebody took my sawhorses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, you might want to jump in on this corner here. So I just wasn't sure what you wanted to do right here as far as framing before we ran the sheathing.
I have a special thing I'm going to do that I've never done before. Let me get my piece. This triangle that's left is too large of a gap for our Advantech subfloor to span, so I need to put a little floor joist in here, and I was thinking I might do one just like this. You know, that would really do the job. There's a big problem with it though, is that we would end up closing off this little triangle right here that is inaccessible after the subfloor is put down.
Yeah, no insulation.
So we can't get in there. That's a problem. So I am going to turn it flat. And I'm gonna put one in like this. I'm actually gonna put a leg under each end and then 1 or 2 intermediate supports like little legs so that somebody can get in here to insulate. And if they have to run a wire or anything like that, it's easy to get to. I don't want to drop it. It's gonna get you all glued up there. There we go. All right.
Well, we've run out of time for today, but it was a great day out here considering the weather, getting to start on the subfloor and getting the French drain in. We'll be back in the morning. Back at the job this morning, and the guys are getting very close to this open hole in our truss system. because we're still missing a few trusses. They're right here and they need modified. Evidently, Jamie's got the plans on what we need to do. What's
Absolutely.
up?
Got the engineering right here. And this is called a repair, as if maybe the truss got damaged or something, but we're just altering it. You can see this end here. I don't know if you can tell these are blue lines and dots, but that entire area from here over will get 3/4 inch sheathing applied to both sides of the truss with construction adhesive in a very specific nailing pattern or nailing schedule. Right here it's described. I think it's every 2 inches.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Nail spaced 2 inches on center. That's a lot of nails.
Basically, we're converting this truss from a bottom cord bearing truss. You can see this last piece of webbing goes to the bottom and transfers weight like that to a top cord bearing truss like the rest of them that are hanging on the wall. And so we'll need a piece of webbing to be going up to the top like that to convert it in that way. Just FYI, generally you don't ever want to cut a truss. It says it all over the instructions usually. Jamie's got this thing cut apart. I'm gonna start building it back. First piece it calls for is this vertical leg right there. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Really?
Man.
Our last little piece of framing needs to be this diagonal. Jamie's gonna hold it under so we can trace exactly what it is on it.
Yeah, this is how they do it at the truss factory.
I don't think so. Hey, by the way, we did have to use yellow pine for all these pieces. That was a thing that was spec'd in the sheet they sent us. We couldn't use spruce or something else. That's a good snug fit.
That is not bad.
I think that's it.
Not bad.
So we're gonna apply this 3/4 Vantec to the side here now. We're applying construction adhesive, and it's funny, that wasn't required on the engineered drawings. It was just recommended for squeaks, or to prevent squeaks. So we're just gonna do it.
There's an idea for you.
Okay.
All
right, I can keep repeating that. Our heat and air man is here. This is literally their worst nightmare, seeing us make a solid truss. We don't have to do it to all of them. I can see disapproval all over his face. So yeah, that's why they don't make all trusses like this. It would be super strong, but you can't run stuff through them like ductwork. So we've got this thing riveted up every 2 inches on all the webbing and all the verticals, all the edges. It's definitely overkill, but I guess that's what they want. Flip it and we gotta do the other side.
I believe in me. Yeah!
Oh, nice.
One of them anyway. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna cut loose.
Okay. Now this is gonna need to be shimmed up here.
So we've got the first truss installed there, it all worked out. Now we gotta do it 2 more times.
Hey, we're gonna head to the house. Just give us a call when you got those other 2 done. We'll come back and put them in and start sheeting some more.
I guess lunchtime's over.
I guess so, since the owner and the heating and air guy are carrying that truss for us. Appreciate it.
You got that?
So good. Well, at the end I looked and I put it in this pathway that I thought was the right spot, and then I realized it's like 3 feet over.
Yeah.
It's I'm trying to find a little
I'm seeing that.
get between. It's a little struggle.
Yep. So to finish up here, I am screwing down the bottom plate of the truss to our top plate of our wall. And I do like using screws for this. The only problem we've ever had squeaks in a floor, we finally narrowed down to a squeak where we fasten the truss to the top of the wall plate with a nail. So that is an important connection, just like using the subfloor glue here. So I'm gonna be the guy's eyes right here to get this outside band straight before they nail the sheathing to it. And I think it needs to come in right where you are a little bit, Jason. Give it a little more. All right, shoot it right there, Jono. Just one. John, you're slacking. We're having to carry our own Vantec.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right with you.
I just walked by him. I go, I guess I'll get it.
You get spoiled quick.
So funny.
We've made it over to this dropped area now where there's going to be a recess for a flush shower pan. And we're stopping because we're thinking we may need to do some extra framing here to box this into the actual size of the shower. Can you tell me where the shower is and how big it is?
No. It shows 4'6" inside. So 5.5 in, then 4'6" this way.
Okay.
And then this way is 7 feet from the inside of a 5.5 on that side.
That's a big shower.
Bump into that.
Bump that 7 feet.
Bump into that. 7 feet, where's that get you?
Okay, so we do have to do some framing out there to cut this on. So we've got a nailer here. We're just gonna big stick it flush on top with these other 4 trusses. Yep. Okay, now let's big stick over there. Nice. What a fit.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. That never happens, does it?
No. It's almost like we planned it.
Was this actually 8 feet even?
It is exactly 8 feet.
You didn't cut this.
We just dropped the sheet right in there.
I can't believe it. This may never happen again in our whole careers.
We should just go home.
Call it a day.
Put it down, boys.
I'm going to show you the reason we're using the ring shake nails, which are the deformed fastener. We had one that hit something and bent over, maybe it hit a knot. Check this out though, it's halfway in and it won't come out.
That's insanity.
It is, so basically I'm going to just bend it over. I was just saying you'll be really glad we used ring shank nails. There you go. That's the actual inside edge of the shower.
There it is.
I think at Brock's I did actual framing between the trusses instead of just running sheathing and putting the other framing on top of the sheathing. The sheathing's strong enough. I just didn't think about it.
1,000 times.
Where were you when we were doing it last
I
time?
don't know, bro. I just do what you tell me to do. I don't know.
We are wrapping up the Advantech down here, so we need to turn our attention to all this section that has no Advantech because we need to do some framing first. So first of all, we need to build a tiny wall the height of this band on the inside edge of our concrete wall there, flushing it up. This width of wall, the full 13 and whatever, goes all the way up in these plans. It doesn't like step into just an exterior wall width here. And we can't just slap down another band like that because it'd be solid. Once we put Advantech on it, you can't insulate in there. So that's one thing. We also need a wall section there between those trusses and between those trusses for drywall. And we need to extend this out 3.5 inches because we placed this girder where it worked with these trusses coming in. So we're gonna jump on some of this framing right now and see if we can wrap up the Advantech. All right, we got Team Tiny Wall.
I don't know if this is how you do it, but this is how we're doing it.
I definitely would screw it together. Those are so light, if you shot it, it'd just shoot away. Another little wall going in here to be the inside of the stairwell. Okay, I think we're about to wrap this framing up. We just got to get everything in line. So we got the big stick going. Is that good?
Let's shoot it.
These are all separate walls. Shoot what?
Something. I don't care. Screw it, shoot it, do it. Here, right here. I'd tow that in first.
Okay. We're going to wrap the day today by checking out some stuff that we got sent by Nick Watts. Whoever.
That name is sounding familiar.
Yeah.
All right.
Nick Watts is a mystery. We've gotten so many different awesome things. Not as bulky from Nick Watts, better than Crafted Workshops.
What?
Dot. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. It's heavy though, I can tell you that. It is a retracting.
Look at that.
Like I'm living under a rock here. Look at that. It's got a nice little button there. Let's see how it works here. We got to at least try one here. Okay. Okay,
There
here we go.
You know, that actually makes sense.
As much strap as you want. And then we'll see how it goes. Now you're ratcheting.
Yep.
You get done. Push the button. There it goes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Look at that. Got a pack of 4 of them.
All right.
Brooke.
Thank you, Nick
Amazing.
Watts.
Wow,
Appreciate it, man.
dude, that's pretty
Very
cool.
thoughtful. Very thoughtful.
Some more things are still coming in.
Okay. Yours for life. Benchmade. Never heard of that. What is that?
Benchmade makes knives. Like,
Oh!
really
Who's this one for?
nice knives. I think it's for. Ooh, crap!
Ooh,
What?
dang.
Was it not for you?
I don't know.
No, it's for you.
For Jamie. It says for Jamie.
Dang.
My goodness.
Nick is hooking it up.
There better be something for the other guys here. I feel
There
bad.
is, and I know what's in these is a trowel because I felt them.
Why? How can you tell?
Everybody gets their own Marshalltown.
No, I'm done getting working tools.
This is for Eric.
Oh, okay.
This is for Eric. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'll take-
wow. It's a big boy trowel.
You can't handle that thing.
Big boy
Whatever.
trowel.
I'll take a brand new
There's
trowel.
no way you're
I got
gonna be able
this.
to handle that
I'll trim
thing.
it down for him. I'll make it.
All right.
I'll make it.
Well, thank you, Nick. We appreciate you as always. We're gonna head to the house. Don't ever bring that to the job site.
I
Ever.
won't. I can't believe how light it is. It feels fake. It's so light, but
Titanium.
is
It
it
might
really?
be. It might be.
Vibranium.